Let's listen to a poem called The Apple Tree. Way up high in an apple tree, 2 red apples smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came those apples and, they were good. I want you to think about those apples falling from the tree and what kind of forces and motions were occurring at that time. Today you're going to be making an Applecopter. We're going to explore the question, how will the Applecopter fall to the ground? For your materials today, you're going to have an Applecopter and various paper clips. You might have large paper clips and small paper clips. To make the Applecopter, you're going to cut on solid lines. This is confusion because normally you cut on dotted lines, but today you're going to cut on the solid lines and you're going to fold on the dotted lines. The side flaps to the back and fold one wing forward and one wing back. I'll show you a picture in just a minute. Then once you have finished cutting and folding your Applecopter, you're going to attach small paper clips to the bottom to kind of make the bottom a little bit heavier. Next, you're going to drop your Applecopter from different heights and count how many rotations it makes before it touches the floor. Now, a rotation is how many times it spins around. Then you can take the small paper clip off and put a larger paper clip on and drop it from the same height to see if it has the same number of rotations or a different number. Let's look at what it's going to look like. So when you get your Applecopter, you're going to cut on the lines that I'm showing you, the dark lines. You'll cut this whole rectangle out right here. When you're done cutting out the rectangle, you're also going to cut 3 more bold lines from here to here and stop. You're going to cut from here to the stem and stop. And your last cut is going to be from the edge up to this point and stop. If you want, you can color your apple red or green. The next step is to fold the paper. You're going to fold here, fold here, fold here, and fold here. Your teacher might already have a couple made for you. So if you're not sure on how to make this, there might be some made for you. Down here, you'll see what it should look like when you're done cutting. Kind of looks like, you know how a helicopter has propellers on the top? Well, this is going to be yours, kind of propellers for your apple. And then down here, you'll see the paper clip. That's going to make it heavy on the bottom when you drop it. The last thing you're going to do is write down some observations that you notice about your Applecopter. Start with your name at the top, and the first time you drop it, you can draw a picture and you can label it using some science words, some of your science and force and motion words. You might draw an arrow to show it spinning. You might draw an arrow to show that it's falling down because the force of gravity is pulling it. You might draw another picture showing it falling and how many times it rotated. And you might draw it from a different height on how many times it rotated from that time.